Whilst the Illex squid fishery may dominate discussions around the Falkland Islands fishing industry, it's not the only species of squid found in the waters surrounding the Falkland Islands. Ilex too can be found in areas of the South Atlantic.
Illex moves through Uruguay, southern Brazil, an area on the high seas, and then it migrates as it grows down towards the Falkland Islands and the southern part of the Patagonia Shelf in Argentina too. And as it moves south, it feeds and it grows and becomes a significant fishery.
But it too experiences abundance issues, with conditions needing to be just right for the fishery to succeed year on year. This is what new research by Drs Paul Brickell and Alistair Bayliss of SARI and Dr Tobias Buring, alongside the Falkland Islands Fisheries Department and funded by Atlantic Catch, has looked to investigate, using a wide range of methods.
We used some mixed generalised linear modelling, as well as using an AI model to try and predict what abundance would be like, within a particular season. And of course, this was tested with real abundance in that season, so we could test it against the predictable variables and what actually happened in that season.
The trio's research allowed them to study the impacts that different aspects of nature could have on ilex abundance in the South Atlantic. These included eddies, which are circular water currents, and zooplankton, which are the Illex squid's typical food source.
When you had very high eddy density, you had quite low abundance. And similarly, when you had high zooplankton abundance, you had high Illex abundance with low eddy density. The thinking around eddy density is the eggs are in big gelatinous masses and are quite delicate and pelagic, so they'll float around, and if the water's very turbulent, that probably gets disrupted and broken up a little bit, so that might have an impact.
The aim is to use this research to aid the ilex fisheries' future planning through predicting when squid species will be at its most abundant in Falklands waters.
If you're able to do that, you can plan better with your fleets, and you can plan, or the government can plan a little bit better financially, because there's always a bit of a risk that the season might be poor. And it's allowed us to think about other approaches to making those predictions better, to allow us to inform government and industry.
Getting the timing right for catching ilex has always been tricky for those involved in the fishery, but the hope is that this research may allow boats to set out in the future with a little more certainty over what they can bring back.